Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are talking about November's Ipsy Glam Bag X, which you can see that I have a sad face there. There are a couple of reasons why this month was a little bit of a disappointment, and most of it has to do with logistics versus the makeup that was actually in here. This month's Glam Bag X was curated by Huda Beauty. I really love her makeup line. I think she's an incredible influencer slash makeup artist slash innovator. So those of you that have seen my Rose Quartz Beauty video that I filmed a couple of weeks ago, I have honestly been reaching for this palette every single time I do an eyeshadow look. That is actually what I'm currently wearing on my eyes today. I just think everything that she creates is really beautiful. So you would think that this Glam Bag X would be like absolutely stunning. And the only reason why there's a sad face is not because it has anything to do with Huda, but everything to do with Ipsy. So first off, I didn't get my box until like December 2nd, which was like, that's not even like in November anymore. And then when I got my box, it was missing 3 items, which like, okay, yes, customer service said that they would send me all of my products and stuff, but I had to reach out to them. And then the best part is that they told me the products would be shipped within 15 business days, which means that I could be potentially getting the rest of my November products in January. And if you can hear clanking in the background, my dogs are currently drinking out of their water bowl, so. But the point is, like, come on. So I don't know if this is Ipsy's problem. I do know that they team up with a specific supplier or a specific shipper during the, like when they do the Glam Bag X's, but dude, I'm super not impressed, and I will most likely be giving them one more chance in February because that's when the next Glam Bag X comes out. But if they screw it up again, like I'm gonna cancel my Glam Bag X subscription and I'll just continue on with the Glam Bag Plus. So that is why that smiley face is there. Actually, upside down smiley face. Right. Enough of that. Enough ranting. Let's go ahead and talk about the products that we received here, and we are going to go from negative to positive. The very first product that I want to talk about is the PMD Clean Smart Facial Cleansing Device. First of all, like, it just looks like an inappropriate toy, but the point is that I did use this for my serums. I didn't actually clean my face with this yet, but I just don't really find the need for products like this very often. I do think that if you want something that's kind of going to give you that silicone exfoliation, like, you can pretty much achieve that with any kind of exfoliation product out there, whether it be like St. Ives, whether you're using, you know, like Ole Hendrickson has one. Like, everyone has exfoliation like products already. So do I think you need a tool that like specifically will help you with that? No, I don't really think so. They market it as a powerful cleansing device with bristles gentle enough for all skin types. I don't really anticipate that I'm going to be using this or leaving this on my bathroom counter. The other thing that really actually kind of upsets me about this is that it comes with like this little plastic holder so that it like stands upright. But this plastic holder is such garbage that this thing just, it's so unsteady in it, and I've knocked it all over my like makeup table a million times today, and I just, like, look at this, right? Like, you can literally see it doesn't, like, why? I don't know. Anyway, so not super impressed with this product. The next one is the Goldfaden Problem Deep Line Solution Needleless Line Smoothing Concentrate. So I did only use this once so far, so I'm not really sure exactly how it's going to work. The one thing I will say though is that I had a little bit of burning on my skin, like a little bit of a burning sensation. So either that means that it's working or messing up my skin. Not really sure which one. I will, however, continue to use this because they do say that it is useful for forehead, crow's feet, and mouth area. And while I haven't quite developed crow's feet yet, I'm definitely getting lines like right here. G. Brown and I lovingly call them the Bruce Willis lines. Anyway, so for me, I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm going to continue using it. Hopefully it does help. At this point in time, like, I'm willing to use any kind of skincare that's like a line smoothing concentrate, because I don't want to get those lines, right? So it also just makes it harder for like foundation to kind of sit on top of your face, and so that's why I would use something like this. For the most part though, I mean, I will say my foundation went on really well today. I don't notice really anything kind of sticking out or anything strange. So if this is, they do say that you can use this morning and night, so if you want to use it in the morning, no issues there. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about the 3 products that I really like. I was supposed to have 8, but I only have 5 to talk about today, so sorry about that. So the first one is from Rare Beauty. This is Selena Gomez's brand. This is the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer in the shade Transcend. I actually really like this. I really like the highlight that it gave me. I was slightly concerned that it was going to be too dark, mostly just because, like, I don't know, I'm kind of pale right now. I put on a lot of bronzer today to try and hide that, but I was definitely kind of worried. I was like, ooh, I don't know if it's gonna work well as a highlight. It might kind of be a little bit too dark, but the shade ended up being really nice, you know? Like, I actually feel like I could also use this as a really pretty blush topper. It's kind of like a rose gold pinkish highlight. And I just think it's a very thin formula, so it feels much more like a liquid versus a gel. So this is not something I would put on top of powder, but if you're going for like a very natural, beautiful, just kind of a nice dewy look, this could be a really great product to get. The other thing that I also really like about this, or that I was at least surprised by, is the fact that it is actually a doe foot applicator, which is really nice. When I first opened it, I thought it was going to be a dropper situation where you would, and I don't know why, because there's nothing to, like, there's no squeezy top. I don't know, clearly brain was not working, but I did think that it was a dropper, so it was really nice to see that it is a doe foot applicator, because I just think that this is a lot easier. You can either apply it directly to your face, or you can put it on the back of your hand and then transfer it to your face. There's just quite a few more options, right? It's kind of like the ease of use of the product, whereas, for example, if you've got like a dropper situation, you're not going to be dropping the liquid highlight onto your face, because it's going to get everywhere. You have to put it on something first, then transfer it to your face. So I really liked this product. Well done, Rare Beauty. Let's talk about the 2 Huda Beauty products that actually came in the box. These are the only 2 I think I actually received from her brand, so that was another like minus 700 on Ipsy this month. Like, come on, dudes. So the very first one that I wanted to talk about is the Sugar Cookie Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. First, if you're sensitive to scent at all, no, I would definitely not recommend this setting powder. If you are not highly sensitive to scent and you don't mind them, holy moly was this setting powder good. Now, I don't bake underneath my eyes. I don't like an excessive powder look. I just find that I don't know, if I'm worried about lines and stuff like that, really the last thing that I want to be doing is adding extra powder on top of my face and really drying out an area, right? Like, I kind of want to maintain some of that moisture. But this literally took any of that shine, any of that place where it was kind of looking, where my foundation was looking a little bit like more pory, you know? That's not a word. Porous? Porous. If my skin was looking a little bit more porous in any of the areas, this powder really helped just kind of like smooth those areas down and kind of smooth all of my foundation out so that it did look really quite flawless and seamless. The one thing I will say though about this packaging is that I mean, it's kind of a mess. Loose powders in general they're kind of messy. I think the reason why this kind of, and I'm very carefully tipping it because I don't want it to come out. The reason why this is helpful if you're going to use this for baking is you can take like a wet sponge like this and dip it in here and really pick up a lot of that powder to apply to your face. So it makes sense that there's a ton of powder here. If you are more of a light setter like me where you just use a brush, this can get messy very quickly. So yeah, just a couple of things to keep in mind about her setting powder. I really liked it, so I don't really have any complaints, mostly just because fragrances and products don't really bother me per se. So I really liked this. Let's talk about the final product. So this is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes Mascara. It's basically a 2-in-1. So on one side you have the volume, which looks like this. And then you have the curl and length side, which looks like this and gives you a little bit of a curved brush. Now, the brushes on this are all that kind of like silicone-y type brush, which normally, I'll be totally honest, I don't like mascara ones that are like that usually. Usually I prefer like the more fluffy, like Christmas tree type wands. Usually I don't go for like the silicone ones, but I actually kind of really liked this mascara. Right away, the formula is quite a bit drier than you would expect, so it builds really, really beautifully, really, really nicely on itself. And I really like that it is 2-in-1. I felt like I could really build up my lashes the way that I usually like to do them. So I did use the volume side first, and then I moved over to the curl and length. The only thing that I would say that I didn't like about this is the packaging is a little bit bulky. So let's say you are holding this up and you are really trying to get to like that outside corner, right, where you're kind of trying to get that mascara up in there, and you're really, you know, just trying to get that feathery look where you're kind of feathering your lashes up and out. I found that this part just kept, like, I had to be very conscious of not hitting this component or this part of it on like my cheekbone, and I was like, oh, like how do I angle this so that I don't whack myself on the cheekbone with this. Now I will say I definitely have very like chubby cheeks so it could be possible that it's like a personal problem, which like valid. But that was just something that I noticed while I was using it. Did it stop me from liking the mascara? Definitely not. I did actually really like it. I think I think my lashes look pretty good. I'm sorry, I put on a pretty heavy black liner so that it is a little bit difficult to see, but I anticipate using something like this in a Mascara Monday over on my Instagram. So if you are interested on checking that out, I do film like makeup Mondays, and every once in a while I'll throw in there like a pretty thorough mascara review. So head on over to Instagram and follow me there if you are interested in watching my stories on Makeup Mondays. So yeah. Okay, that pretty much wraps up this review of last month's Ipsy box. Still somewhat heated about that. Anyway, that's okay. It's fine. Eventually, hopefully, I'll get the missing products. Sorry about the rant about Ipsy in the very beginning, but I feel like that's something that people should know about. So, because if you're looking at subscribing to a beauty box, I think you should know all of my experiences, right? Not just about the makeup, but also about the service. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please feel free to subscribe to our channel and like this video, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Thank you so much for watching. How many times can I say video? Okay, bye. Hi, sweetie. So